I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, we're live. What's up, dude?
Not much. What's going on?
Well, I'm gonna show you how to use these full cart transfer paints. Which color did you want me to
So
do?
I did a bunch of like miniature commandos, and then I primed them in metallic black, silver, and gold. And I have like 15 of them, and I have a bunch of the color transition. But I was thinking this green flash one.
Okay.
I tried the this raspberry red one.
Yeah.
And it's like too like pink for me.
Yeah.
I thought it
Did
would
you-
kind of look like your Christmas tree mech, but it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Different. It's a different paint. Let's see. A lot of this stuff is trial and error. You know, you get a paint, and then you try painting something with it, and then you see the result. That yellow one, the yellow green, the yellow flash one.
Yep.
This is what that one looks like over black.
Okay. That's nice. I like that.
Over black. I don't know how.
Okay.
Like over silver, it might be different. It might be brighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because these color shift paints are so the what makes a color shift paint is that the medium has its own pigment, like a transparent pigment, but then the metal flake is a colored metal flake. So unlike a standard metallic paint that has aluminum flakes or like some other metal that is just like a flat silver,
Yep.
with varying degrees of. So what makes a silver metallic paint silver is the medium. So the substance that is what the paint, the body of the paint is made of, the medium. It's just that clear acrylic goop. You know, the clear acrylic goop is the medium. Then you have you can have an opaque pigment or you can have a transparent pigment. And a lot of metallics have a transparent pigment that is either either just straight up clear, like no pigment whatsoever, or it has like varying degrees of like gray to black. You know, the darker the black pigment they put in it, the darker the silver flakes look when you put your metals on plastic or on a metal or whatever. So to give you an example of what I'm talking about, here, let me show you something. I'm going to show you.
Because the red one, it's got gold flake in it. Because I originally tried doing it with an airbrush, and when I was cleaning it, it's like, wow, there's a lot of gold flake in this.
Right. Now, I don't know if you saw this one, but I'm sure you have this one, the blue flash.
Yes, blue flash. Yeah, I have it.
All right. So over silver, so over like a standard, this is the Vallejo metal color silver, just the regular silver. I use this over it, and after like 8 layers of it, it looks like this. Okay.
Jesus, 8 layers
Like
to get that?
Eight thin, very thin layers. Okay.
Huh.
And then I put like an oil wash over it to kind of let the details pop. Now, here's the same paint, but over just a black primer, no metallic whatsoever. So this is the same paint. Yeah. Completely different, right?
Yeah, it's purple.
Right. Right. Now, why do you think that is?
Because of the base is showing through the opaqueness. All right, the clear versus opaque.
So the blue transparent pigment that's in the medium, the goopy stuff, is so thin, it's so transparent that you only see it if it's over a white or like a silver. You won't see it over a black because it's just like trying to paint red over black or yellow over black. You'll barely see it. But remember, color shift paints have metal flakes in them too. And so what this shows you is that the color of the metal flakes in this are actually purple, because metal is not transparent. You can't see through metal. Those purple metal flakes is what you're seeing. Now on silver, what gives it that color shift is the medium of the blue pigment, the blue transparent pigment on the silver, and the purple metal flakes kind of infused with that in that medium, and that's how you'll get like kind of a prism or like a color shift effect.
Okay.
Because depending on how the light hits it, that's all color shift paints are. It's just like me taking this red speed paint and throwing some turquoise metallic flakes. And if I were to mix these two together, I'll make a red turquoise metallic color shift paint if I mix these two. That's all it is.
Okay.
Now, the question is will the medium and the pigments in this mess with this? It could. It could. If this is not a pure turquoise metallic flake, it could be that this is just silver flakes, but with a turquoise clear medium. Then you're going to get fucked up, because then this will mix with this, and you'll get like a green shit color with like silver flakes in it. So it's... So the idea of color shift paints is trusting that the way they formulated it will get you that effect.
Okay.
And how you try to wrap your head around this, or how you can figure out how it's going to look depending on what base coat you put on, is paint that paint over something black, and then paint that paint over something bright metallic or white, and see what it looks like on both. And that's what I kind of did here. This is my test. I mean, I'm probably going to run them just like that anyway, but this is also me testing the paint to see how they look. And you can imagine with 20 of these different color shifts, you're going to be painting 40 different models just to see which one looks like what under what circumstance.
Yeah.
Normally the color that's on the bottle is what you'll get if you paint it over silver, not over black. A lot of people say, well, you have to paint it over a gloss black. Yes, you can do that, but then you'll run into this issue where it might not read as blue. It's going to read only as purple.
So like if you did a flat black instead of a gloss black, it'd be more blue.
So this was a flat black.
Oh, okay.
If it was a gloss black, it would look like this, but more mirrored. It would have more of a mirrored finish. So that's another thing you could test.
Okay.
Now I'll show you. So which paint did you want me to demo? This one, the one that you were talking about, the yellow flash,
the green.
Yeah, the green flash. Yeah, that one. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to shake the crap out of this. I put agitators in mine. I don't know if you did that to yours, but
I don't have any.
Oh, okay. Well, I like to put agitators in everything just to help mix the pigment and the flakes and shit together, especially metal pigments, because this shit is a bitch. Oh, and yeah, all the cussing I'm doing. Yeah, this is live. I don't really care.
Yeah.
If you're not old enough to watch this, go away.
Yeah, I tried experimenting with a kind of like an Arctic camo, but I was
Yeah.
trying to do it with sponges, like a sea sponge, and
Yeah.
kind of like this is what I came up with, and it's I don't know. It's not. I
Is
didn't get
that with
the
the is that with the metallics with the color shifts?
no, no. This is just Army Painter speed paints.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Um, but it was just like I don't know. I didn't get like the stippling effect that I thought I would get with a sea sponge.
Did you get rid of as much of the paint off of the sponge before you started applying it?
Yep, I did it just kind of
How
like
how
a
much?
dry brushing. Like it was
Okay.
just barely registering,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
and then
It
it
could
would
be
just
technique. It could just be technique. It could be that maybe you didn't cut the sponge small enough, or
yeah,
I really wouldn't know.
yeah,
A lot of these, like, I want to say, like, just brute force like techniques where you're just putting the paint on the model. It's all about just feel and practice, honestly.
yeah.
All right, so let me zoom out here because I'm kind of not even explaining what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing here. So let me try to slow down. All right, so what I did was I'm using a Hobby Lobby cheapo brand size 8 round synthetic,
Oh, you're not even using
and no,
a dry brush.
no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so I'm going to show you this way, and then I'll use an old shitty dry brush after and show you how I would do it with this. But let me just show you how I would do it with this, and then I'll show you how I do it with that. So as you saw, I kind of twirled it into the paint just like that. I didn't thin it. I didn't put any water in it, just as is. I kind of wiped some of it off, not all of it off. There's still plenty of it in it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take my model that I want to paint, and then I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go at it. Just boop, 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 everything.
Okay.
There's no, you don't need to be careful at all. What you want to do is you want to use your brush like you want everything that's on the brush to go everywhere. You want to. It's almost like when you paint metallics.
hmm
It's gonna act just like a metallic, just like you're painting silver. So just keep spreading it around. Don't let it clump up anywhere,
Uh-huh.
and keep going. Don't stop until you see that there's no more tinting. There's no tinting happening at all. So what you already have in your brush is enough to pretty much cover the whole model.
Okay.
Just that little bit of on the tip is enough to cover the whole model in a nice thin coat of this stuff. So let me darken the camera so you can see a little bit better. Let's see if my autofocus will work. I want you to be able to see this properly here. All right, are you able to see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You could sorry. You can see how it's tinting the silver, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going back to where I started, and I'm spreading it out. I'm getting this as thin as you want to keep going over it, but if you start seeing the paint rip off, like you start seeing it like when you know how when you dry brush too hard and it starts to like rip the paint off, don't that's too much. Don't, just stop and move somewhere else. So that's what you want to do. Okay, I'm pretty much out. So I need to go back, do the same thing, get some of it off, and just keep going. Just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. Just keep going. And you'll do this until you get the hue and the color and saturation that you want.
Okay.
So if you want it to be like light, you can stop at like 2 or 3 layers, or like even 2 layers. If you want it a little more color, a little more pronounced, go to like 4 to 5 or 6 layers. But you're going to be doing it just like this.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no shit, that's all. That's it. It's this way with all the paints. It works exactly the same way. There's no other steps. This is it. And then you just let it dry. You just let it dry, and then you put a wash over it, and that's it. And then if the wash darkens it too much, guess what you do?
Put another coat on.
Another fucking coat on. It's the exact same way. Just don't get the paint in the recesses where you put the wash.
Okay.
That's it. That's it, man.
Okay.
Easy? Is that simple?
Yeah. Better than slap shop or any of that other kind of stuff.
And like that's the thing is I think that like a lot of people, because a lot of people ask me, how do you do that? How do you do the Capellans, the Christmas tree scheme? You know, they're like, what, how did you get it? How do you get it look so good like that? Like how? Do you do airbrush? Nope. How? How do you do it? It's like just like that.
Yeah, I went back and decided I was going to go back to the old red and black, and I tried to do it the way that you do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I've come away with.
Yeah. Yep. It came out looking like purpley.
No, this is just black with a gray dry brush and then the red highlights.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you meant like the Christmas tree red, like the red metallics.
I don't know if you can see mine very well.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I gotcha. The lighting might just be throwing off my perception of the color.
Oh.
So yeah, so that's how you do.
And that's just one coat.
That was like 1.5 coats.
But that's on silver. So on black, it'd be more.
Yeah, this is on silver.
Muted.
On black, so all right, so that's on silver. This is on black.
Yeah.
You see the big difference?
Mm-hmm. A lot more muted.
A lot more muted, but also it's like, like a Davian Crucius Lancer's like military green almost. Especially with that null oil. I put null oil on this. When you put null oil on this, it'll darken it up too.
Okay.
Yeah, and this technique that I showed you, it'll work with all of these different ones, and you'll get different effects with all the different paints. Some will be more muted, some will be more like intense. And then, of course, you'll get a different effect depending on if you use it over a black or like a gunmetal. Like if you use gunmetal, which is like a darker silver, that'll give you kind of a different, almost like an intermediate, not too bright but also not too dark.
Right.
So, color shifts are a nice solution to the painted metallic problem. Because a lot of people want like painted metallics. And they kind of stress out over how to do it. Do you put the silver on first and then you mix it with the transparent, because you have the transparent paints. Like Pro Acryl has the transparent orange and blue and green and all that. You can mix them yourself to get your own special color hue that you can spray with an airbrush over a silver. That works too. But like not everybody has an airbrush. So how does somebody who doesn't have an airbrush do it? Well, you mix it yourself. And then you would go over the silver with a regular brush with your transparent paint and try to get it nice and even. And so then that takes a little more technique and skill so that you're not over washing or overloading the color on one spot or whatnot. And then, of course, when you're using a brush, a standard brush full of a transparent paint, it might act more like a wash, where it's going to go all up in the recesses, unless that's what you want. And so you got to be a little more careful versus an airbrush where you can control the saturation and the amount of paint that you're putting on the Mini.
Yeah.
So airbrushes are a good tool to help you control the amount of paint that's going to be on the model. But you can also, again, you can also do the same thing with your hand if you know what you're doing, and you know the paints you're working with, because this paint doesn't act like this paint.
Right.
Scale 75 paint, if you try to do that just without thinning it, it's going to clump all over the place because that shit's really thick. So you have to thin that down. And that stuff then dries very matte, which helps to hide your errors. But after a few layers, that stuff, will cake up. So
Yeah.
you do want to thin. This stuff is so, I want to say the medium is so easy to work with, at least when it comes to layering it on shit. Like the way this stains stuff, you can spread it around so much and still get the color you want, versus say where is it? What do I here? Like this oh no, that's a metallic. Where's my matte one? I have a matte one here. Where the hell's my matte one? Anyway, so Deco Art and Folk Art make like matte paints.
Yeah.
And if you just lay it on thick, like it'll just wipe right off. Like that stuff
Right.
doesn't even it doesn't stick to anything. So I don't know. Some of these paints you just have to test them out to see how well they stick. And I mean, I just found that these Deco Art metallics, their pigment and flakes that they use are just so damn good. They're so damn good. It's stupid how good they are for the price that you're paying.
And they're cheap.
I mean,
Yeah.
I still have a whole bottle of this, the one that I use for the Capellans and for the Christmas tree stuff. I went to the store to buy more. They're sold out. They don't even have any more of these.
Really?
Because I think it's like seasonal. It's like a seasonal one. So, yeah.
Christmas time. Go shopping.
Christmas time. Yeah. When Christmas time comes again, I'm going to be buying like fucking the whole wall, the whole shelf, because that stuff is good. And it's so cheap.
Yeah, I've just got so much like army painter and airbrush stuff. It's like I've got to use up some of this stuff because I'm like I have no room.
Yeah. How's this looking?
I like it. I like the black base more, but that's not bad. That's kind of like a cool, kind of like a show, like a parade, kind of Fed Sun kind of deal.
And then this one's more like he's been out there for a while.
Yeah, he's been in the field. He's got some grime. I need to get some of the Nolan oil and do it because I just do it with the Pro Acryl black wash. Is what I've been using. I've never messed with Nolan oil.
I used Agrax Earthshade more on that green one. It was like a mix of both. So
Okay.
I mixed the Nolan oil with Agrax, so it's got that brown wash. They make Pro Acryl. Let's see Pro Acryl. Let me look at my washes.
I have a black,
There's a new
brown.
one. If you like Pro Acryl, they just came out with this, the petroleum brown wash. It's pretty much Agrax.
Is it okay?
Yeah, and then they also came out with the well, there's also the brown wash. They have two of them. The oil, I think the oil one is like the Nolan oil, and this one is like the Agrax. One or the other. I haven't tested it yet, but yeah. And then there's a gray wash, Payne's gray wash, which is kind of like a dark blue wash, almost like the Drakenhof Nightshade.
Okay.
Yeah. So Pro Acryl, dude, they're stepping up their freaking game, dude. I went full shill for Pro Acryl.
Jesus.
So, yeah, they got some good shit. You want me to demo any other ones? I got 3 mechs left to mess with.
Let's see. What about no. What about the darker green, the emerald one? Emerald flash?
Is it emerald or aqua flash?
Emerald.
Emerald? Let's see, do I have that one? Do I have it? I don't have that one.
Oh, okay. No, like silver on silver is not really gonna do a whole
it'll give it like a little bit of a glimmer, but it won't really change the silver. It'll still read silver.
Yeah. Kind of curious about the white flash.
Let me see, do I have that one? I do have that one. You want me to test it?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want, but
yeah, it's not
I don't know about on a silver base though. Maybe a black, but I think the silver is just gonna come through. It's just gonna be a shiny silver.
I think that's what's gonna happen with the silver. I wonder what it'll look like over black. Let me see if I have something primed in black ready to go here. Let's see.
I primed all my all those boxes that I had of minis that I hadn't touched, and then I've got the 10 stingers
Here,
for the zombie mission. Okay.
I'll do a grasshopper.
All right.
So let's see here. Let's see how this. I haven't tested it out yet, so we'll see how this goes. Doing the same thing we did last time. Just put a little bit on the old palette. Get it on my. Ooh, this one's interesting. It's like very pearly.
Yeah, it's pearlescent.
All right, here we go. Ooh.
I wonder if this would make for like a good Comstar motif.
Oh yeah, after a couple layers, this is gonna go just fine. The collector shop. Collector workshop. I just like how easy this is. Like I'm not even thinking. The hand is just moving and I'm just listening to these tunes and chilling, man. This is what I like. That's what I found about these. It's just you turn your brain off and you can just go.
Yeah, no, before I realized it, it was 4:30 this morning and I was still painting. It's like, oh crap, I need to go to bed. But I'm freaking out. I'm trying to do little itty bitty thin red lines, and it's like, it was not relaxing. It was tedious.
It shouldn't be that stressful.
Well, my hands aren't as steady as yours, so it's just like I don't want to screw it up and have my hand slip, and it's like crap. Now I got to do it over again.
Nah, you don't need to fear that. Anything that you paint, you can always come back and fix it. It's never a problem. Just let it dry and then go back and hit it with a black or whatever if it's red over black. It's when you panic is when you mess up, because then you overcorrect and then you're putting wet paint on wet paint and that'll just start making a mess. So the best thing to do is just not even worry about it. Just let it dry. Yeah, just a friendly tip.
Yep. I finally got that Vallejo varnish in the mail today.
Oh, you did? Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used. I still have a stock of Vallejo varnishes that I use. I still use the Vallejo gloss varnish for my canopies and my jeweling. I still have a bottle of matte somewhere. But after my buddy turned me to the AK stuff, I just use that now.
Oh. Well, I mean, like I've got the rattle cans of the Rust-Oleum and stuff, but it's like that means I gotta go out, set up the table in the garage, and then spray paint them out there. It's like when I can just use the Vallejo, throw it in the airbrush, and done.
Yep.
I'm lazy. I don't have to get up.
Me too, man. I have plenty of Rust-Oleum shit, but I hardly ever go outside and spray. I just use my airbrush and my little ventilator. Wow, yeah, this is looking good. It's interesting what it looks like. I don't think I could describe it very well, but like it almost acts like a silver, but it's not. It's not silver. It has like a very subtle purple hue to it, like an ultraviolet hue,
Okay.
which is kind of cool. I am probably going to have to put a lot more layers. I don't want to. So what I'm doing is what I need to do is I need to let it dry.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, so that when I put the next layer, it's not wiping the previous layer off. So I just need to give it a minute here, which is fine. I can. We can chill for just a sec here.
It'll come out looking like almost like a string of pearls.
Almost. But if you hit it with when you hit it with a matte varnish, it'll dull it out, and it'll give it that same effect that my metallic green does, where it looks metallic. It doesn't look shiny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll kill the shine, but you'll leave the metallic look, which is what I did with the with this dude. Right.
Okay. So that's with a matte varnish.
That's with a matte varnish, yeah.
Okay. It's still got some sheen to it.
It does. It does. You know, this one I didn't put any matte varnish. This one is just shiny.
Yeah. The Fafnir.
The Fafnir. The Fapner.
The fat boy.
And then this is one that I use the orange one, the orange color shift paint over black.
Is that the orange flash?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, but over black.
Yeah, over black, and it almost reads blue.
Yeah, I can see it on the top.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's almost like a metallic, like desert sand brown.
Yeah, yeah. It's really trippy when you look at it, because it looks metallic blue in some sides, but then you can see the orange. Almost like active camouflage, you know, like it's trying to camouflage with the environment.
Yeah. That's what's like, okay, how am I going to paint those raptors?
Yeah.
Because I'd like to make it look like some sort of adaptive camouflage, but it's like, whew, that's outside my wheelhouse. I may have you do them.
Well, yeah, what some people do is they'll do like just like a neutral color, like a white, but then they'll do like a electric blue streak in between, like in the middle or like in a horizontal line that looks like an electrical like pulse going through it, and then underneath it they'll do like rock terrain camouflage looking stuff, like it looks like a rock or like a tree trunk or something, and so they'll make half of the model look like a tree trunk or like rock or a mountain, but then the top part above that blue electric streak, they'll do like just the Comstar white, or like the Word of Blake like white with gray or whatever.
Like a Lichtenberg pattern?
No, like Like an act, like painting actual terrain on the Mini.
No. For the blue, the electric blue flash, is it like arced out like a Lichtenberg pattern, or is it just like a lightning bolt pattern?
Kind of like a lightning bolt, almost like
Okay.
like an electric pulse.
Okay.
Like with some like an OSL type look to it, almost like the active camouflage is like electrifying the mech as it's changing. Yeah,
it's electrifying the skin. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's put another layer on this thing. Okay, yeah, now it's definitely reading white. And I'm still kind of going like top down, almost like how you would do a slap chop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, I'm impressed by how the pigment it holds, it latches on to the paint very well.
It's very sticky.
It's very sticky, yeah. And that's why you don't want to thin it, because if you thin it, it's not going to stick.
It's going to run, or it's going to pull.
Yeah. It's going to pull, and it's going to look like complete ass, and not the good ass. Yeah, I could run this as like a Comstar type scheme with the way it's looking. And with the black base coat, it sort of does the work of keeping definition everywhere. And it lets you know where to put the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's about as high as this is going to go in terms of opacity. It's like a little, I think I tore a little bit off right there. Yeah. How's that looking?
I think the light's washing it out. It's very chromy.
Yeah, it does have a chrome. It does have a chrome look to it. That is what it looks like. It's like chrome with a slight purple hue. Now, if I put it over the regular silver, let's see what happens. A couple of years ago, when I was putting together a Gundam kit, a Turn A Gundam, I wanted to give it that like nanomachine sheen that it has when it unleashes its like Omega attack or whatever, like its ultimate attack. And so I use Mr. Hobby Color makes a silver pearlescent color shift paint that is really similar to this, where it changes the white to be more like pearlescent, I guess, and to have like almost a slight color shift. And it reminded me of that holographic effect that the Moonlight Butterfly attack has, which is it's like a nanomachine swarm that eats everything. It kills everything and eats everything.
Okay.
But it's like really pretty. It's like a beautiful weapon of mass destruction.
Oh, it's pretty. Why does it hurt?
Yeah. And you see the characters like getting eaten alive and shit.
Slowly dissolving.
Yeah, dissolving the mobile suit and then like dissolving them, and then like their helmets explode with like gushing out blood and shit as they're like coughing their insides out. It's like, whoa, that's cool. All right, so on the silver, yeah, it doesn't really change the silver. It just makes it more shiny.
Yeah.
Kind of gives it a little glimmer, which is interesting. It's really interesting. Little Comstar assassin. Yeah, the effect is really subtle. You can barely tell.
I think I was thinking the silver would just be too overpowering.
Yeah, maybe if you put it over like a gunmetal or something. But there is a difference. So here's the silver with the pearlescent white. Here's just a regular silver.
Yeah, it's it kind of gives it a sheen.
Yeah, it's got a way cleaner sheen. And then this is next to the one with the black base.
Black definitely looks better.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. It'll look even better with the wash. Here, let me see how dry this thing is. See how dry. This shit dries quick too. When you do those tiny layers, it dries really fast. Here, let me see. Just want to make sure I don't want to put wash on something that's still wet. Too wet. I'll put it on my fan here for a bit. That should dry it quicker. Yeah, this stuff is supposed to be for like multi-purpose use. So it goes on everything.
Not gonna knock it if it works.
Says indoor and outdoor. Use on all porous surfaces. So if you prime something that's a porous, it makes it somewhat porous on like a micro scale. And that's the thing, is that's what primer does, is it makes your surface a porous surface that allows paint to latch onto it.
Right.
And so the pigments of that stuff that's why when I was going over it, it was staining it properly. And it was giving it a good uniform stain. If I didn't put primer or silver on this, that shit would just slide right off. It wouldn't even hold on to it. So there's another example of why we prime our stuff.
Always. Time your shit.
There are some paints that I guess you could put on a surface without priming it and it'll work, but you're talking about like lacquers and enamels and different types of chemical type paints.
Yeah. Stuff I don't want to be messing with indoors.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with that stuff. Put this thing away. Go back here. Put you back in here too. You know which one I haven't tried yet? I haven't tried this one yet. The Black Flash.
Yeah, I have that one, but it would have to be a white or brown or a green base.
Let's find out together. Let's see, what do I got in here? I got a no. You. You. Okay, we'll do you. All right. I have a Zeus that's in black. Let's see how it looks over black. I'm guessing it's going to be muted.
Black on black, it's probably just going to be.
I don't know.
Tiny, like a gloss.
Here's my prediction. My prediction is it's gonna look gold. I think it's gonna be gold.
Yeah, it does have gold in it.
Yeah.
It is gold flake.
If the flakes are gold, it's probably gonna be like a bright gold. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. Like little mad scientists over here. All right. Yep. That's what I thought.
Golden.
It's like a dirty gold. It's almost like that Capellan, like emperor gold.
Mm-hmm.
Or like an Aztec gold, you know, like a old aged dark bronze almost. Yeah. Oh, I said I was going to show you how I would use a dry brush. This one's kind of already beat up and on its last legs, but just same thing.
Just more area coverage than a standard brush.
But why would you want to rush it? I don't want to rush it. It's all about the process. It's all about the time. The time that you take for yourself.
I still got just what's sitting in front of me, like 45 models I still got to paint, not including what's in my case that hasn't been painted.
Yeah, tell me about it. I got a shit ton of crap I gotta paint. But at least I'm done with all my commission work. I'm not painting any. Well, not necessarily. I still gotta paint Kink shit. I have 2 more things to paint for him. But the majority of the shit I had on my plate is already done. I did his Highlanders and his what else did I do? Highlanders and the Japanese one with the
the cherry blossoms, the Sakura's.
Cherry blossom ones, yeah, that one. I really like how that one came out.
That's just too much for me.
No,
I would go insane stressing about screwing it up.
You don't need to stress out.
I liked Salad's pictures of the Arizona green tea boys, the green tea boys.
I like it. He did a good job. He did a really good job with those. Here, let me see if I can brighten this up. I think my camera's too dark. That way you can see. There you go.
That's very compelling.
Now, with something like
Emperor
this,
gold.
with something like this, I could take some true brass from the war paints, or maybe like tainted gold, or if I'm using the Pro Acryl stuff, what do we got? We got like the light bronze.
Yeah.
And like do like a highlight pass over that. So like this is a perfect dark metallic gold or dark metallic bronze base coat. is what
Yeah.
this one's good for.
And that
I
one,
think.
that would also tone down with a wash too, really well.
So instead of going from black straight to this and then trying to do a wash, you do the black, then you do that, then you do the brass with like a dry brush, then you put the wash, and you'll get almost a better gradient from like a dark brown, a dark bronze to light bronze. Now the question is how does this look over silver? Let's see. Let's take this. What's this mech? Dervish?
Yes, that's the Dervish. The bucket helm.
Or is this the Dervish? This is the Dervish.
That's
this
the Dervish.
This
I
is the
think that's-
Trebuchet. No, not Trebuchet. This is the oh, what the fuck was it called?
Aiden would know.
Yeah, it's like the useless one. This was like the useless. But I forget the real name. All right, let's go. Let's try to paint the useless one. Somebody in the chat's gonna tell us. Oh shit! I'm getting chats. Someone's chatting. Hey, it's Mookie Dog. It's the Whitworth. Yes. Whitworth. Thank you.
Okay, thank
you, Mookie. the worthless. It's the worthless. 3 medium lasers is a. Sorry, Mookie Dog. I wasn't paying attention to the comments. I apologize. I didn't even. It was an impromptu freaking stream. I wasn't even planning on it. So let's go ahead and hit it with it. Hit this guy. Ugh. I think my brush is too wet. Here. That's what's happening, is my brush is too wet. I need to dry my brush here. There you go. That's what happens when you put water in that paint. It doesn't cover it properly.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks just dirty.
Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit better. Let's go ahead and do the coverage. Yeah, it almost looks like the Nuln oil equivalent to metallics. Like if you want to muck up the something and make it look older or aged, you can put this stuff on it. It's not really getting rid of the silver hue either. It's just kind of making it look aged and decrepit, which isn't a bad look.
No, the Whitworth design is older than dirt at this point in the timeline.
Prior Sarna editor here. You should come work for me and be an editor for the Battleint wiki that I created. We have our own wiki now, so yeah, no more having to be beholden. You mean moist? Oh yeah, that's the best word right there. I love it when it's moist. What about you, Leoki? Do you like it when it's moist, or do you like it?
It's steamy.
Rough. Steamy. It's so steamy. Oh, daddy. No lube. Put some sand on it. Yeah, I don't hate it.
It's a very aged effect.
Yeah, it's a very aged effect. It definitely stains the silver, and it gets it down to like that dirty, almost sort of rusty look to it. Tell you the truth, it has like it reads a little bit rusty. Like it still reads silver, but it's not as silver here. So next to a regular silver guy, it's covered in oil.
Yeah.
Doesn't look bad. Don't look bad at all. Let's see.
It's like it's been stripped of paint and left out to the elements for a couple decades.
Next to the one over black. Like the one over black still reads black, like really dark. Whereas this one's like more aged, kind of an aged look. Like you could probably run this as like pirates or something, or like a Taurian Concordat guard or something.
Mm-hmm. Dirt poor.
Dirt poor, baby.
Can't afford a decent paint job.
No, they're not House Davian.
No, they're putting all the money into the mech upkeep, not aesthetics.
Right.
Yeah, I made salad fringe last night because he was talking about his classic. He did a Ostol refit, and I popped in my refit of a Warhammer, and it had a Plan XL engine.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, 2 large pulse lasers, 4 medium lasers, and an SRM-6 with hardened armor. It's just, it's sick. It's evil.
I know, I saw.
It's like, oh, I'm just going to duel with a Warhammer, and he just shrugs off an ERPPC like, yeah, okay.
I like his Ost Scout or Ost Struck his custom Ost Struck that he did. It's like an all energy build.
No, he had 2 SRM 4s, 2 Streak 4s.
Okay. Whatever it was, he built it pretty good. It looked decent. Looked fun.
I was looking at it. It's like it's good. It's a good like medium and light hunter, but it's hot, and depending on what era you run it in, if someone has heat or like a plasma cannon, he's toast.
Pretty much. I guess for the final one, I can do this raspberry flash. Is that the one that you used that you said was the pink one?
Which one is this?
Raspberry flash. Mookie Dog
says,
it's
the raspberry. It's the.
He says, "Friends don't let friends play Davian."
I'm playing Davian in our campaign right now, and I'm starting to kind of regret it.
Shots fired. I'm curious. So, how did yours turn out when you used the raspberry flash?
Well, I did it with an airbrush, so it probably looked very different. But very like it's gold. It's gold flake, but it's like closest thing when I look at it would be like one of the really shiny red fall Christmas ornaments.
Mookie says sorry to you for picking Davian.
Well, if it was Davian past the clan invasion, I'd probably have more fun because there's more autocannon builds. But pre-clan invasion, I'm kind of limited, so it's like,
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. I don't hate it. It kind of has like a pinkiness to it, or like not a pinky, but like a violet almost. Not even a violet, like a raspberry color to it. I mean, it is a raspberry flash. Now there is a way to airbrush this stuff. I looked. Oh shit! I mixed it with the wrong paint here. Damn! I don't want to get it.
I think it's way too thick because I had to thin the heck out of it. Just to get it to run through airbrush.
You know what you use? You use windshield wiper fluid.
Oh, I was using water, but I have windshield wiper. I use windshield wiper fluid to clean my airbrush.
Yeah, you thin it. You thin this paint with windshield wiper fluid, and it'll go through the airbrush perfectly.
Okay. I just didn't think it would stick to the model.
No, it's really toxic though. Like you want to be wearing like full PPE and having like the ventilator fans out. Like that stuff is nasty. You do not want to inhale windshield wiper fluid at all. But it thins it.
Well, it blows into I blow it into my pot, and I have it sealed off so I don't get the vapor. But yeah. 'Cause like I said, I only use it when I'm cleaning or switching colors, and it's really just put it in there, and I use my my little tattoo ink mixer to blast it around, clean the cup and stuff, and then I bubble clean it and then blast it out into the airbrush pot. So yeah, don't have to worry about that.
That's cool. Never heard of that. It wasn't even my idea. I got it from a guy that does. I forget his name, but he does a lot of like mech, or not mech, but Gundam model kit painting tutorials, and he uses a lot of Tamiya and Mr. Hobby Color and a lot of lacquer and enamel paints, and then he also uses like the Hobby Lobby stuff. And he was the one that says like he's like, yeah, I just use windshield wiper fluid, and I found that because it's mixed. There's a mixture of like a little bit of isopropyl alcohol in there and detergent already in the windshield wiper fluid. That it. I
have a jug of it right here. Let me tell you what's in it.
Yeah, I have a jug right here as well.
Oh, what is this? Does not have ingredients.
Uh-oh. Hobby Lobby is dangerous. I'm not allowed to go into Hobby Lobby by myself.
Not without supervision.
Not without supervision. Not without your mommy.
It's like letting your wife go into Target by herself.
Just one. I'm just going to get one thing. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit. Have you seen that meme of like when a woman goes into a store and it's like the door, it's just the diagram of the store and you just see like the line go everywhere? And then when a man goes into a store,
it's
just a straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was thinking there was I saw.
Not me. I look around too.
Oh, I saw it was a short either on YouTube or Facebook, and guy pulls up the Target with his wife, and she goes to get out, and he's like, no, we don't got to get out. I placed the order online. They'll bring it out to us. And you just see her just, oh man,
she gets mad.
The look of pure disdain and rage on her face. It's like, dude, you are in the doghouse.
No, when you go out, you want to spend time with your significant
other. That's a very they just want to hang out dervish.
I mean, it's after a couple layers, it kind of gives me like Armored Core vibes, like a red Armored Core. It's definitely not red. It's not red. The gold flakes are helping to keep it warm, so it's not too cool of a pink. It gives it that interesting look to it. It's not quite pink, but it is. And it's because I'm painting, a red over a white, essentially. A raspberry metallic over a silver is like painting red over white. If the base coat was gold or brass or bronze, it would probably read more red. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the bottle is much darker than what that is coming out as.
So remember like basic painting fundamental. If you're painting red over white, you're going to get like a pink look. But if you paint red over yellow, it'll stay red. It'll maintain the redness of the red color. And I can demonstrate that by let's paint this guy gold and then see how the red looks on top of that to see if I'm right here. Let's see. I need a really warm gold though. Where's my goldy gold? My greedy gold. That's glittering loot. Yeah, why not? We're just gonna test out all kinds of paints today. Here, you ever mess with this one? Glittering loot, speed paint.
Let's see. That I don't have. I have a bunch of different golds from like their airbrush paints. Dirty gold, real like true gold, stuff like that, but I don't have that one.
Here, let's paint something that we haven't painted yet.
What is this one? Oh, that's wood. Never mind.
Yeah, there we go. These the Army Painters Speed Paint 2.0 metallics are some of the best metals too. They're so much fun. They go on so good.
I don't have a lot of the new stuff. Most of the stuff that I picked up was just like those the UV ones. I haven't really picked up any of the new. I still have like I had like two of the big, like 110 pack of the original Army Painters. I still have those.
Yeah.
So I gotta use
I
those
still have the
before
old
I buy
one too.
new stuff.
I gave away a lot of my old Army Painter shit because I just don't use them anymore, and I bought the new Fanatics 50 mega set. And then a while back they had the new P3 Kickstarter because P3's coming out with new hobby paints.
Huh.
So
I've never used their stuff.
I never used them either. So I'm curious to see how they perform. I heard they were really good. A lot of people said they were good. I don't know what because it's owned by a new company now, so I don't even know if they're using the same formula. They said they're using the same formula. They improved on the old formula.
Finer pigments, maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna test it out. I have the Kickstarter coming.
I'm still pissed off. I haven't got my Spritz Kickstarter.
Your what?
There was a company. They're making a it's like an air gun airbrush, but for like multi-purpose, doing minis, doing food and stuff like that. But instead of having to change out your color pot, it's just a bottle. You just detach it. It's got a needle that goes up and it blows out and it sucks the paint up. So you can have 5 different bottles and you just slap in a different color and go.
I used to have an airbrush like that, an old Aztec. And it had the little bottles, the little glass bottles that connect to it, and it siphons from the bottom, and then it just shoots out. You can have them. Yeah, I used, and it also comes with like, I guess replaceable tips that come pre-made in like a little housing. It's cool, but it's so proprietary that I was just like, yeah, I'll just stick with like my Iwata. The Iwata Revolution that I have is really nice. I haven't had to change it out. Or let's see, collector, do you use matte finish? And if so, what brand? So earlier, Leoki, he mentioned he got Vallejo matte varnish. That's what I used to use a lot. I still have plenty of it left just in case. Now it's my backup that I use. But some of the Chemispecs guys turned me to AK Ultramat. And this stuff, I mean, this stuff is just, it's just as good, but it's pre-thinned to go through the airbrush. So they just do the work for you. And the mattness of this doesn't get diluted like when I've tried to. So sometimes I'd get a bottle of Vallejo matte varnish, and I would thin it down and I would spray it on something, and it wouldn't be matte. It would be like satin, because you're like, maybe I thinned it down too much. This one is already pre-thinned and it's super matte, and it doesn't. And you can also use it as a brush on as well. It goes on really well, and it hardens really quickly too.
I don't know if you've seen it, Collector, but this is the one that I got.
Yeah.
And this stuff runs. Yeah, this stuff runs through an airbrush like water.
Okay, so you got
straight out of the bottle.
I still have the old shit, man. Like the old Vallejo matte varnish.
Is it this one?
Yeah, but that's a different
this one
bottle.
You have to thin?
That's a different bottle. Mine is older than that one. That one's also a new one. Do I use? He says, okay, so you are using an airbrush, not a rattle can. I hardly ever use rattle can primer or rattle can varnishes. I don't like using it because number one, I don't like going outside and getting bit by mosquitoes, and number two, it just blobs the shit on. And like, if I'm okay, let me explain why I do still have Krylon automobile matte varnish. I still use it for Battlemechs. So whenever I'm painting like an Ironwind Metals mech of some kind, I like using the rattle can primers and the rattle can varnishes, because that stuff it hardens so well, and it's so thick that you can manhandle the metal models, and the paint won't rip off as easily. If you're using any kind of acrylic varnish, it doesn't matter what brand. Even when I use this one, the paint's still going to come off, just because it's an acrylic varnish. I don't know. I've got a system now where whenever I'm painting mechs, it doesn't matter if it's a metal or a plastic one. If I'm doing a commission for people, I'll do my primer, my base coat, hit it with the varnish. Then I'll do my next layers, hit it with the varnish. Then I'll do my highlights and my washes, my metallics and stuff, hit it with a varnish. Then I'll do my jeweling, my gloss varnish wherever I want the gloss varnish, and then hit it with the matte varnish. But only in the spots that aren't glossed. And that last part you can kind of alternate, and you can use I use the green stuff putty, like the green sticky tack, to like cover the canopies or whatever. Let's see. I'm looking at one of the new mini airbrushes. I just use an Iwata Revolution with the top cap that it doesn't come off.
Yeah.
And then I have one with a 0.7 millimeter nozzle and needle, and then I have another one, identical one, with a 0.5 nozzle. And the 0.5 nozzle, I use that one for like really, really like careful OSL effects or something. This one I just use for like fades on the whole thing. So I don't know if you guys have seen my entry to the paint roulette from Chad Neighbors, but the tiger camo that I did that one with the Pro Acryl Transparents, and I used that Iwata brush with the 0.7 millimeter nozzle and needle. Okay, I just DM'd you on Facebook. What do you think about that one? Here, let me take a look at my Facebook right now.
Yeah, I use an Iwata clip. And then I have a Harder and Steinbeck, but other than that, I don't deal with the other stuff, other ones.
Yeah, the Harder and Steinbeck, man, those things are like the Rolls Royce of airbrushes.
Oh, it's nice. I love it.
At some point, I might get one.
Well, I got mine for free.
Mini
So.
airbrush. Okay. This guy. Okay, so Mookie, I've never tried these compact compressor airbrushes. The reason why I don't trust them is because when I started airbrushing like 10, 11, 12 years ago, they didn't have like really good portable pumps. They had portable pumps that you can screw onto an airbrush, and like, but they were so choppy, and like as soon as the battery starts dying, like they'll start pitter pattering. The airbrush is only as good as the airflow going into it. So it's not just the airbrush that you have to worry about. It's the airflow. The air pump has to be consistent. The one that I have, that thing is like 10, 12 years old, but it has like a compressor and it has a pressure regulator. So I can control the pressure so that my airflow is perfect. The portable compressors, they don't have regulators. It's just a pump, and then whatever comes out, that's what comes out. Like that's the airflow you get. So
yeah, I know which one the type he's talking about. I don't like them either.
Yeah,
it's not the air pressure isn't consistent, and you don't. It has like I have one. It's got like 3 settings, and you can hold it, and then I have another one which like sits on a desktop, and it's just a straight air compressor, and it's got 2 settings. It's
now
okay,
let me speak on the positives of the cheap portable ones. So if all you're doing is like a base coat, and then like after you're done hand painting the thing, you want to varnish it, and that's all you're using it for, then that should be fine. That'll be better than a rattle can, and it'll still be more consistent than a rattle can, because even though it's, you know, a portable pump and a portable airbrush, at least you're able to control some of what's coming out and clean it. You can't clean a rattle can and fill it back up. Versus your portable airbrush with the pump, you can just recharge it and clean it, and then you can go back and load as much paint as you can control, at least how much paint. So I didn't want to like completely shit on portable airbrushes and air pumps. It's not what I would use, but if that's something that you think will help you paint, then by all means do it. Like if that's what you can afford, I think that will let you. And because it's only like $50, man. This is not bad. This isn't bad. $50, and you get the airbrush and the pump. It says built-in battery. Yeah, you just practice with it, play with it. I played with a cheap piece of crap airbrush. Even though I had the good pump, I had a cheap airbrush that was like $20. And I did work with that thing until I got tired of it because it kept clogging on me, and the build quality was crap. And then once I got my Iwata, I have an Eclipse and a Revolution, and when I use those, it just night and day, like the quality of the airbrush, and way easier to clean. Again, you have to be careful with the needles and everything. With the one that you're looking at, that portable pump, it should be compatible if the pump is removable, which from what I'm seeing, I guess you can.
It is. It's a screw-on.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of looks like an eggplant.
Yeah, you can kind of if you could take the airbrush out and put like a better airbrush on there. I mean, again, I would still say get a good pump first. So, but that was a good question. I actually I like thinking about that stuff. You know, like I thought about getting a portable pump airbrush just to do like grunt work, like grunt paint work. Just have like 2 of them, one with like a primer and one with like a varnish, and just have them sitting there. That way I don't ever have to fucking go outside with a damn rattle can ever again. just have 2 portable airbrushes and pumps just sitting there charging.
Yeah. For the base stuff, yeah, that's it. It'd be okay. But like if you're trying to do like fine line details, you're just not going to have the air control.
Correct.
That's where you want to pump with a flow regulator and stuff like that. But like you said, Mookie, with just doing basing and varnish, you get away with it and not have to mess with a rattle can gunking up on you.
Yep. Exactly. Let's see. I think my gold is dry, but I wanna hit it with another like brighter gold. So I'm gonna hit it with some of this Pro Acryl Bright Gold, sort of like a on this guy, the one that we did with the speed paint gold, and then when that's dry, I'm gonna go over it with the raspberry and see how it looks.
All right.
Because that raspberry kind of looks like, so I don't know if you can see it, but like this raspberry one and this gemstone red from Warpaint, it almost looks the same.
Yeah, they're very, very close.
Very close. So, and
actually, I think the raspberry is a slight darker.
Yeah, this is the one I used for yours, Leoki, for your red ones.
Oh, for the Tussie.
Yeah, for the
Thunderbolt Tussie.
Yeah. So, let's get this gold on here first. Yeah, we made a whole night out of this. I didn't even know we were gonna. This is pretty cool. I like it.
Hopefully, you didn't have any other plans for the night.
No. Kids they're fed. Oh man, Mother's Day. We went out and we just got a bunch of food and we're like, yeah, fuck it. Nobody feels like cooking. Let's just go get some food. So we've been eating like leftover KFC and freaking Longhorn Steakhouse food and freaking what was the other thing we got? We got Raising Cane's chicken.
Yeah,
that stuff is so good. I don't care who you are. If you don't like Raising Cane's,
I like their chicken. I don't know. I don't. Their dipping sauce doesn't really do it for me.
Really?
Yeah, dude. If I want chicken strips, I want buffalo sauce to dunk it in. That's pretty much me.
We have the Louisiana buffalo hot sauce in the house all the time. We have that stuff stocked. My son also, he doesn't like the cane sauce. He likes the buffalo sauce.
Yeah.
So
no, my Mother's Day was got flowers for Mom. Did the yard work. Nice. And then everybody was wiped out. So, and Mom's like, I want pizza for dinner. So I was like, okay, fine. And then my dad almost cut the tip of his finger off with a bandsaw. Table saw. So yeah, that's like he comes in. He's like, Dan, I need you to come down and look at something because my mom doesn't do blood anymore.
Oh no!
So I come down and he unwraps his finger, and I'm like, yep, that's stitches. And I just looked at Mom, like, okay, who's taking him to the emergency room?
Oh no! Yeah, no. Yesterday I was driving. I was a little too hungry, and I ate a spicy chicken sandwich, and then I bit my tongue really bad, but I didn't notice it until I got home. And as I'm eating, like finishing up the chicken sandwich, I start noticing like the blood just coming out of my mouth. I'm like, oh shit! So I went and I looked, and I was just spitting like a cup of blood, and I'm like, oh shit! And so I took a piece of gauze and I shoved it in my mouth. And so then I'm cleaning my hands and washing everything because blood was getting all over the floor. And I cleaned everything so my kids wouldn't freak the hell out. But my daughter, she's like, Daddy, And she's like, she saw, she saw my mouth. She's like, "What is in your mouth?" And I'm like, "Don't." I'm like, because I couldn't talk.
Yeah, no. I did that. We had I think it was like chicken fried steak or something like that. And I had just sharpened the all the steak knives in the drawer, and I guess I sharpened them a little too well because I cut it, took a bite, and then I went and I put the knife in my mouth to get the gravy off,
Oh
and
no!
I didn't even feel it. It just cut my bottom lip, and it's like, why am I tasting copper? It was like, damn, I did a good job sharpening them knives.
I blame
So, yeah.
my brain damage. I have like whatever the damn sleep apnea caused brain damage shit. I'm like constantly biting my tongue when I'm eating. Fucking sucks. But it is what it is. You know, as long as I don't bite it all the way off. All right.
I'll do it every once in a while, but it's always on the side.
Yeah, it's on the right side for me. It's on the right side. It's always the same spot too. All right, let's try this raspberry red on the over the gold. We should be good here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's a gold flake on gold.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get a little more of that warmer color. It still has the the coolness of the raspberry pigment. Fuck, I almost bit my tongue again. my canine tapped the little cut. And I felt it. It's like, eh. No. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I think, and then if I add a like a red wash or something over this, I could probably tone it up to look a little more red. It just needs that red wash over it, or like a red glaze of some kind to warm it up. Or what I could do is I could do like what I did with the tiger camo.
Yeah. Or you could dry brush that other red paint on it.
Yeah. Well, no, what I was saying is to put a filter over this, because it's already reading like much more bright red than this. Like there's a huge difference there. This is much more pink. This is much more orange and red. And it's the same damn paint. It's just because this is over gold and this is over silver. So this is like putting red over yellow, and this is like putting red over white. See?
Yeah.
So, yeah, seems like the test was a success. And yeah, I see what you're saying about the gold flakes. On the paper, you can see all the gold flakes in the raspberry red. Make this Carita, House Carita metallic red.
Well, don't they own the lion's share of Whitworth?
Right. This is a different mech. I forget the name of this one. This is the one that one of the bounty hunter mechs uses this one. Javelin, yes. Thank you, Mookie. I like the layup. The layup and the alley-oop. I don't hate it. I don't hate the CGL Javelin. This one looks pretty good. It looks almost like the Iron Metals one. Almost exactly. Like the Iron Metals one that I got from the Bounty Hunter pack. Also, new guy showed up yesterday. He was on the Etten store Discord asking for a game, and I was just like, yeah, I'll show up. After I had already said, like, I don't feel like going because nobody was going to go.
Well, I didn't think you were going to go. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I saw him post. And yeah, he showed up. He was there chilling. I gave him the lowdown about my little fans that keep following me, and he agreed. He's like, yeah, I see what you're talking about. I guess some people came after him too and gave him grief. So he's new to BattleTech. He doesn't know really much about the other social media sites, and so I told him, I'm like, well, since you're now getting into it, here, let me fill you in before you see something you don't understand. And
yeah,
I'm like, and then if you still have questions, feel free to ask and see it for yourself. Like, don't take my word for it. But what do you think of that? How does that look?
It's not bad.
It really isn't. Here, let me move the light away just a little so you can get a better, less glary light read on it. Here, let's see.
Oh, that is darker. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't look pink at all anymore.
No.
Yeah, this is perfect. And
almost, it kind of reminds me of almost like Iron Man-ish when the light hits it and the gold comes through.
Yeah. we should tell Aiden, like, he could paint his stuff like this and then get it like with the gold and the red, like he likes it.
Yeah,
that would look cool. All right, well, I think mission accomplished. Did you have any other questions for me on how to paint the stuff, or you wanted to shoot the shit just a little more? Or?
Nah, I'm just gonna go experiment.
All right, just make sure to wear a condom.
I wish.
Oh, well, brother, it was good hanging out with you, and good hanging out with everybody who was watching. Thanks for dropping in there, Mookie. Hey, it's Sauce. Shut the fuck up, Sauce. Shut up, nerd. Air Force? Nah, neither me nor Leoki were Chair Force. Sorry.
I worked for a living. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we worked for a living, brother. Here, I'll throw you a bone. When I was in high school, I was in Chair Force JROTC, so I got to wear the blue, the light blues and dark blues, and nice little tie. No. He wasn't Navy.
Oh God, no. No.
It's not cool as me. He was Army.
Don't get me started on the Navy. Don't even get me started.
Oh, go ahead. You know what Navy stands for? The letters? Never again volunteer yourself. That's what it means.
Pretty much, yeah.
Army, what is it? Always ready. No. It's hua. You guys have hua. And what it means. Yeah. Hua.
And I hate it. I hate that freaking term.
Navy are weebs. DeSauce. This guy. Are you still playing mariachi music on your JBL speakers? Don't. I got jokes too.
No, watch. He's going to take that little micro speaker and he's going to put it in one of the terrain buildings and he's going to play mariachi music out of it.
Where's it coming from? He's going to throw it in the terrain box and we're going to be hunting for it. Like, where's the damn music coming from? Yes. He says yes. You got to play it loud, man, so the migra can hear you. You're so silly. Oh no, Sauce wasn't. He's just a buddy. He's one of our friends who plays BattleTech with us. We all bros. We are bros, man. He's my brother from another mother. He's cool as hell. Oh no, you're cool as hell, dude. Come on, don't be so modest.
No, he's weird. He's weird.
This dude jokes as hard as we do, and like he's the construction worker. I love it. All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. So we'll call it a night. God bless y'all, and be easy.
All right, I'll catch you on Sunday.
Yep.
Later.
Later. Bye, Sauce. Bye, Mookie.